Hey everyone, welcome. We are making our way through the Bible. We have 6 more readings. We can do this and get it done. Today I've got my fire honey mixture and my lozenges are over here, and we are good to go. We are reading from the Amplified Bible, and we are in the prophet Zechariah in the Old Testament and Revelation in the New Testament. Let's get this going. Zechariah 9 today. The oracle or burdensome message of the word of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach in Syria, with Damascus as its resting place for the eyes of men, especially of all the tribes of Israel, are towards the Lord. And Hamath also, which borders on Damascus, on it, Tyre and Sidon, though they are very wise. For Tyre built herself an impregnable stronghold, on an island offshore, and she has heaped up silver like dust and gold like the mire of the streets. Behold, the Lord will dispossess her and throw her wealth into the sea, and Tyre will be devoured by fire. Ashkelon will see it in fear, Gaza will writhe in pain, and Ekron, for her hope and expectation, has been ruined. The king will perish from Gaza, and Ashkelon will not be inhabited. And a mongrel race will live in Ashdod, and I will put an end to the pride and arrogance of the Philistines. I will take the blood from their mouths and their detestable things from between their teeth, those repulsive idolatrous sacrifices eaten with the blood. Then they too will be a remnant for our God, and be like a clan in Judah, and Ekron will be like one of the Jebusites. Then I will camp around my house as a guard because of an army, because of him who passes by and returns, and no oppressor will again overrun them. For now my eyes are upon them, providentially protecting them. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king, the Messianic king, is coming to you. He is righteous and endowed with salvation, humble and unassuming, in submission to the will of the Father, and riding on a donkey, upon a colt, the foal of a donkey. I will cut off the war chariot from Ephraim, and the war horse from Jerusalem. And the bow of war will be cut off, and he will speak words of peace to the nations, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, absolutely endless, and from the river Euphrates to the ends of the earth. As for you also, because of the blood of my covenant with you, my chosen people, the covenant that was sealed with blood, I have freed your prisoners from the waterless pit. Return to the stronghold of security and prosperity, O prisoners who have hope. Even today I am declaring that I will restore double your former prosperity to you as firstborn among the nations. For I will bend Judah as my bow. I will fit the bow with Ephraim as my arrow. And I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece. And I will make you, Israel, like the sword of a warrior. Then the Lord will be seen hovering over them, protecting his people, and his arrow will go forth like lightning. And the Lord God will blow the trumpet and will march in the windstorms of the south. The Lord of hosts shall defend and protect them, and they will devour the enemy and trample down the sling stones that have missed their mark. And they will drink of victory and be boisterous as with wine. And they shall be filled like sacrificial bowls used to catch the blood, drenched like the corners of the sacrificial altar. And the Lord their God shall save them on that day as the flock of his people, for they are like the precious jewels of a crown, displayed and glittering in his hand. For how great is God's goodness, and how great is his beauty, and how great he will make Israel's goodliness and Israel's beauty. Grain and new wine will make the young men and virgins flourish. All right, Revelation chapter 17. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and spoke with me, saying, Come here. I will show you the judgment and doom of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, influencing nations. She with whom the kings of the earth have committed acts of immorality, and the inhabitants of the earth have become intoxicated with the wine of her immorality. And the angel carried me away in the spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was entirely covered with blasphemous names, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold, precious stones, and pearls, and she was holding in her hand a gold cup full of the abominations and the filth of her sexual immorality. And on her forehead a name was written, a mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes, false religions and heresies, and of the abominations of the earth. And I saw that the woman was drunk with the blood of the saints, God's people, and with the blood of the witnesses of Jesus who were martyred. When I saw her, I wondered in amazement, but the angel said to me, "Why do you wonder? I will explain to you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that you saw was once, but now is not, and he is about to come up out of the abyss, the bottomless pit, a dwelling place of demons, and go to destruction. And the inhabitants of the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, will be astonished when they see the beast, because he was and is not and is yet to come to earth. Here is the mind which has wisdom, and this is what it knows about the vision. The 7 heads are 7 hills on which the woman sits, and they are 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. 1 exists and 1 is reigning. The other, the 7th, has not yet come, and when he does come, he must remain a little while. And the beast that once was but is not is himself also an 8th king, and is one of the 7, and he goes to destruction. The 10 horns that you saw are 10 kings who have not yet received a kingdom, but together they receive authority as kings for a single hour, for a common purpose along with the beast. These kings have one purpose, one mind, one common goal, and they give their power and authority to the beast. They will wage war against the Lamb, and the Lamb will triumph and conquer them, because he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and those who are with him and on his side are the called and chosen and faithful. Then the angel said to me, "The waters which you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. And the 10 horns which you saw in the beast, these will hate the prostitute and will make her desolate and naked, stripped her of her power and influence, and will eat her flesh and completely consume her with fire. For God has put it in their hearts to carry out his purpose by agreeing together to surrender their kingdom to the beast until the prophetic words of God will be fulfilled. The woman whom you saw is the great city which reigns over and dominates and controls the kings and the political leaders of the earth." Okay, Psalms 145. There it is. I will exalt you, my King. I will exalt you, my God, O King, and with gratitude and submissive wonder I will bless your name forever and ever. Every day I will bless you and lovingly praise you. Yes, with awe-inspired reverence I will praise your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and highly to be praised, and his greatness is so vast and profound as to be unsearchable and incomprehensible to man. One generation shall praise your works to another and shall declare your mighty and remarkable acts. On the glorious splendor of your majesty and on your wonderful works I will meditate. People will speak of the power of your awesome acts, and with gratitude and submissive wonder I will tell of your greatness. They will overflow like a fountain when they speak of your great and abundant goodness, and I will sing joyfully of your righteousness. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and abounding in loving kindness. The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works, the entirety of things created. All your works shall give thanks to you and praise you, O Lord, and your godly ones will bless you. They shall speak of the glory of your kingdom and talk of your power, to make known to the sons of men your mighty acts and the glorious majesty of your kingdom. Your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and your dominion endures through all generations. The Lord upholds all those of his own who fall and raises up all those who are bowed down. The eyes of all look to you in hopeful expectation, and you give them their food in due time. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. The Lord is unwaveringly righteous in all his ways, and gracious and kind in all his works. The Lord is near to all who call on him, in truth without guile. He will fulfill the desires of those who fear and worship him with awe-inspired reverence and obedience. He will also hear their cry and will save them. The Lord keeps all who love him, but all the wicked he will destroy. My mouth will speak the praise of the Lord, and all flesh will bless and gratefully praise his holy name forever and ever. All right, Proverbs 30, verse 32. Yep. If you have foolishly exalted yourself, or if you have plotted evil, put your hand on your mouth. Okie dokie. And that, my friends, is our reading for December 26, 2025. I'm so glad you joined me. I hope you'll join me on the next one. And until then, take care and bye for now.